Just as 1 + 1 = 2, so it could be surmised that hate action begets hate speech. No surprises there. Hate speech, guilty as charged. Love those who hate you is a biblical injunction even some Pentecostal pastors in Nigeria will find difficult to keep. So don't blame politicians when they can't stomach a dose of the hatred they dish out to citizens daily. Otherwise, how do you describe the gun-trotting, siren-blaring, neck-breaking speed of political office holders as they chase away other road users while rushing to govern mere mortals like you and I? It's only someone you hate very much that you chase off the road in such manner. You can call it hate chase if you like. So before you charge me for hate speech, the Nigerian government should be aware that its action and inaction does not encourage peace, justice, and harmony, but breed hatred, anger, and disdain from those that should ordinarily love them. Like Fela sang, if I say $1 = 362 naira, it's old news. What if I say government charges 30% import duties on used vehicles and 70% on brand new ones, yet we are not producing or plan to start producing any of these vehicles? You will say it go bad before it good. I told you cement is at 2,550 naira, the highest in the world. How common man go take build house? Government will say we all can't own houses. Old story. Government has not even been able to fix electricity supply in 30 years, despite over $30 billion budgetary provision. You will say now today. Dilapidated school structures all over the several states in the country, including the federal government colleges. You will say we are used to it. Some state governors own as much as 30 months' salaries. Yes, we re-elect the governors. Yet the World Bank says it will get worse if these imminent reforms are not carried out by government. If only we know how other countries are growing in leaps and bounds, we will weep for Nigeria. If we have ideas of how other countries are developing policies that will make life better for their citizens, we'll cover our faces in shame for our dear country. We celebrate mediocrity and applaud backwardness and cluelessness in this country. Does it surprise you that parents are sending their children to schools abroad, including government officials? What is the developmental blueprint for Nigeria? Sorry, strike that out. That's hate speech. Rather than engage in discourse that will endanger meaningful development for all, we celebrate media gagging and debate Jonathan and Buhari as if one is better than the other. Let it be known by government that it's hatred when you make campaign promises and fail to fulfill them. It's hatred when you promise to build a road before election, but after election you leave the road to dilapidate and it leads to the death of many. It's hatred when you create insecurity during and after election and spend government funds without accountability in the name of security votes. It's hatred when you send your children to school abroad, but use the children of the poor and vulnerable to snatch and stuff ballot boxes during election. It's even more hatred when you refuse to pay workers' salaries, while your allowances and entitlement are paid even before due date. What's more hatred than this when you empty state treasury to pay pension to a former governor and his deputy who serves the state for a maximum of 8 years, even when he or she has retired to the Senate or is cooling off as a minister, while those that spent 35 years of their youthful years working for government are dying while waiting to collect pensions. It's hatred to allow ASU go on strike over non-funding of universities, while your children are in best schools in Europe and America enjoying best of facility. It's even more hatred when you buy luxury cars for yourself with taxpayers' money, even as you fail to provide good and affordable means of transportation to the people who voted you into office. Which hatred can be more than when you surround yourself with a mobile police barrack to guard you and your household, when kidnappers, armed bandits, militants, and robbers ride roughshod on the people you have sworn to protect. Hatred, they said, beget hatred. My advocacy today is, if you provide good governance, fulfill campaign promises, encourage transparency and accountability in government, provide a level playing field, irrespective of tribe or tongue, and dispense justice equally and fairly, Nigeria will stand more in brotherhood and would have less hatred to deal with, and government would bother less about whose speech breed hatreds.
Wow.
I have to give you this.
Wow.
I have to give